Good morning. It's April the 27th, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, what a night. We left yesterday's market with the stories out there that Trump was going to withdraw from NAFTA. I was sending it around to the various government agencies for their comments on such. We awakened this morning to we're not going to withdraw from NAFTA. And our problem as traders, investors, etc., can we trust the news anymore? Are these stories that come out for real? Or are they false? Are they made up by the mainstream media? And 90% of the press on this administration is negative. And it's all written in a light to hurt this administration. So it's just it's really hard to know. I got caught in that Swiss franc debacle a couple of years ago. The decision was made for the group that I work with not to trade currencies anymore. If you were in the peso or the loonie yesterday, think about the whipsaw that you experienced overnight. So this adversarial, it's not even adversarial, it's just a relationship between the press and the administration makes it very, very difficult for trading. With so many of the stories just made up or slanted or just outright fabrications. So it makes it difficult for us to trade. We have lots of news today. Had very little news overnight. Trump's tax proposal was declared dead on arrival by Republicans too. Will not pass, will not get through in its present shape or form. So, and the market has been trading, the equities have been trading higher in anticipation of a Trump tax proposal where taxes are going to be cut significantly. Right now, the financial press is all worried about deficits, and they haven't said a word about deficits for the last 8 years. So, again, it just makes it very, very difficult for traders to put any kind of trust or confidence in the news. Durable orders this morning, big number, plus 1.1. Ex-transportation, plus 0.4. Capital goods, plus 0.4. Pretty safe call that capital goods will come in lower than forecast. Ex-transportation seems reasonable. Don't know about that number. Seems a little high. International trade minus 65.3 B. I'm always amazed at how close they get to this number. Jobless claims 241. No one will pay any attention to it. Wholesale inventories plus 0.4. No one will pay any attention to it. Pending home sales minus 0.5. That one will get some attention because it drives the housing market. Can't close on your house until I've sold mine. You know how that goes. Nat gas plus 72B. Only nat gas traders will pay attention to that. And KC Fed, don't know. Last report was 20. Don't know what it'll be. That one could come in a little bit lower than forecast. So durable orders, ex-transportation, pending home sales, direction of the E-mini will be the early market focus, and then we have the 7-year auction. Now, we play the auctions pretty well. They can't take a market straight up without an obvious piece of news if they're going to move the paper. So it's got to go up and it's got to go down. It's got to go back and forth. So I think best resistance is 24 to 28. So I'd like to sell the 23, 27 area. Might take 19s to get off a short early. Hard to say. This news, if it is as forecast, would be negative for treasuries and positive for indexes. I think we have pretty good support at 8 to 12. They're going to move the paper, so buying 9s to 13s would be buy 1. and 1 to 5 will be buy 2. And again, we've got some news to get through. So sell 1, 23 to 27, sell 2, 31 to 03. You know, one of the good things about the profile is no matter what the news is, no matter what the press is saying, and we don't, the onus on us is not, the burden's not on, is this news real or not real? What we can do through the profile is see that people are buying or selling. We don't have to know who, and we don't have to know why. We just have to know that they're buying or selling, and that's pretty easy to track through the profile. And it makes our job, our task, easier. If you're a fundamentalist right now trying to figure out things, if you're a bank that trades the peso and the loonie, I mean, very, very difficult. Very, very hard to trade those. So that's one advantage that we have as profile traders that most of the world doesn't have. Okay, resistance is 24 to 28. Sell 1 on the bond is 31 to 03. And then sell 2 will be 7 to 11. 7-year auction. At some point today, the selling will stop. The market will turn. Right now, support is at 12 to 16. Buying 5 to 9. Buy 1. Buying 29 to 01. Buy 2. And with the 7-year auction, they cannot run it down without a big piece of news and move the paper that they need to move. The large primary dealers do not own the paper. They don't bring it in. They have to bid for it, and they have to bring it in-house, but then they sell it off to other parties. And sometimes when things were pretty bad after 2009, they'd sell it back to the Fed. It was a no-lose deal. But they're not the ultimate holders of this paper. Unlike in Europe, where most sovereign debt ends up on bank balance sheets. Okay, looking at gold, pretty quiet when I first looked at it this morning. Yesterday we wanted to sell 69s to 70s ones. There was the high in Globex. We got that. We had our buys at 63 to 65. We're in that territory. It looks like we might be headed a little bit deeper than that. So we'll put our first buy at 60 to 62. And our second buy at 55.57. On the sell side, Frankfurt peaked at 68, so 68 to 70, sell 1. The News IFS forecast, negative for gold, 74 to 76, sell 2. We do have news to go through. If the news comes in, the economic news comes in lower than forecast, it's good for gold and treasuries. So we do have news to get through. Looking at the euro, Draghi, I forget when I looked at this morning, it said announcement to come within 12 hours. The European, so I guess they'll do it at the close of business. No change was expected in their current policies. Might see accommodative language will do what it takes to support the markets. We had a 30 to 40 sell in the euro. Last night the high was 46. You had plenty of chances to execute in the 40 area. A lot of time to put that trade on. And we've traded down to 109.08. Our buy was 109 even. And then 108.75. So our call for those that trade London time or can trade London time has worked out pretty well. And we're at 13 right now. Top of value is 40, so we'll make 30 to 40, sell 1. 109 even, buy 1. 108.75, buy 2. With the European Central Bank speaking, probably not going to get a lot of action. And then we'll make 65.75, sell 2. The easy trades come on London time, or the easier. There are no easy trades, as we all know. The market doesn't give us money. We have to take it. And you're up against the best minds in the world. You're up against the biggest manipulators in the world in this game. That's why we join them. Don't want to fight them. Can't fight the tape. Biggest manipulator in the world, hands down, is the U.S. Fed. Okay. Yesterday we saw a spill late in the market. We were hoping to sell 49.50s. Better we didn't get to it. We stopped just shy of that. London high at 36, Asia high at 41, so 40 is pretty good resistance. We took out 49 right here. We're at 64, so 49, 49 and a quarter. Sell 1, 49.50, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 48 and a quarter, 48.50, buy 1. 47.75, 48, buy 2. Best resistance is right in here against 49. So if we fail just under 49, we can take a shot, see if we can come back and retest 49.50. Okay, the E-mini. Trump's tax plan was declared dead on arrival. Several Republicans came out on the Senate and said dead on arrival. Paul Ryan has hinted that it won't get through that way. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if all of a sudden Republicans become budget hawks after all the money they've given to Obama. Could not be labeled racist, could not be held accountable in the press. Everything he got they want. So, again, it's just going to show us why they're in Washington, D.C. and that they're up there to get rich, most of them, or to gain power to rule over others. So we'll see how it goes. But Trump, the markets have been trading higher, equity's been trading higher in anticipation of big tax cuts from Donald J. Trump. We'll see if we get it. I like the market. I think we're going to make new contract highs. I don't know if it's today. We've got lots of news. Durable orders plus 1.1. Ex-transportation plus 0.4. Capital goods plus 0.4. International trade minus 65.3. Jobless claims 241. Wholesale inventories plus 0.4. Pending home sales minus 0.5%. Nat gas plus 72 BCF. Woo. KC Fed, don't know. Previously 20. And the news focus will be durable orders, ex-transportation, pending home sales. So I'm guessing we've got a pretty good shot at getting back up and retesting yesterday's highs. I think the bias of the market is up. Got a very, very clean break in the market in the 75, 77 area. As long as we stay above 75, it can trade higher. So I'm not real interested in getting short without a retest failure. So first buy is 80 to 82. 75, 77, buy 2. On the sell side, I think we can get up to 95. First sell zone will be 89, 91. That's where resistance is. 94, 96 for sell 2. But more interested in being long than short. Do have news to get through. This news can impact the trading. and we'll see what happens. You're going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. Whoa. And I'll be back with you as soon as possible. I don't think the women are easy. I think men are easy, pretty much by definition, but every now and then you find a gal that is, but not often.